Welcome to a Strictly Cinematic Startup 101 Business Podcast with your humble host, Sema Paya. Shout out to all the subscribers. First time listeners, you are highly appreciated. First time listeners, please subscribe, like, comment, and watch all the episodes starting from episode 1 to get the most out of this beneficial content. I guarantee you it will change your life, it will change your business, it will change the way you look coming to business, your outlook and business and the whole thing. Also follow me on Apple Podcast. It's Sema Paya. It's SIR space MAPAYA. SIR space MAPAYA. Disclaimer: this podcast is based on personal experience as a young entrepreneur. This is not an academic podcast. If you are here for Textbook Business 101, then this is not the place for you. But one thing that I can assure you is that by listening to this podcast, at the end of the day, you're going to learn a thing or two. So on today's episode, this one is close to my heart. Yeah, it's very close to me. It's close to home, actually. It's very much painful to have to see my peers go through that. This one I call it a copy-paste business model. A copy-paste business model, it's those things that when you see a friend of yours or when you see someone else, they're into a specific type of a business, then because of they doing it, eventually you copy whatever that they're doing and you go and do it. That one, I think, based on my personal experience, it's not always advisable and it doesn't always work. But a lot of people, I think, when they're doing it from a good heart. Others, they feel inspired by what you're doing, then they just decide, you know what, let me venture into it. Eventually, others, they end up failing. The reason why they are failing is because they don't know how to copy. So today I'm just going to teach you how to copy someone's business. Because there's a saying that I like to say to my friends that you need to be in a business in order to start a business. I tell all my friends, all my peers that if you want to start a business, you need to be in a business first. I always tell them that in order for this copy-paste model to work for you, you need to be in a business first. If you wanna do the same thing that I'm doing, then it means that you need to be in my business first. Why? Because it's important. It's important for you to know first if what I'm doing is really profitable. Because a lot of us, we just copy-paste things, and we even copy-paste business models that are not even profitable. Someone says that I'm a photographer, then you decide to be a photographer too, even though you don't know whether they're making money or not. They may have equipment. You might think that the equipment that they have, they accumulated it through what they're doing. Little do you know that these people, they just saved money from somewhere else. The photography work that they're doing, it's not even paying bread for them. So it's important for you to know all those things. It's important for you to know how the person that you're mimicking or the business model that you're copying, how they make money. It's important for you to know their high spendings. That is very crucial. You need to know which services are they outsourcing, which part of their services are they outsourcing the most, and how much are they spending on it. You need to know all of that. A lot of us, what we do, we copy, as I've been saying, we copy someone else's idea and then we run with it. Which is fine if applying what I just said before, that you need to be in a business in order to start a business. You work in a company, then suddenly you decide, you know what, I want to start my own photography company. You would go and do the same services, and the only thing that you change from there is your slogans, your missions, your visions, what you want to achieve. That's the only thing that you're going to change. A couple of little things that you're going to change. But at the end of the day, you're going to be a regular Joe that makes close to nothing. So this is how you copy. You need to know all of these 4 things. You need to be in a business that's profitable already. You need to know how they make money, their highest spendings, and the services that they are sourcing. From there, now your business, get this, your business is going to fall under their highest spending and also the services in which they are sourcing. Let me give you a clear example. A lot of you guys, you see your friend doing photography, then you decide, you know what, I want to buy a camera too, I want to go into photography. But here's the thing. Firstly, you need to look at how is that person spending their money and how are they making their money. Once you figure that out, that's when now you know that, okay, instead of me actually opening or starting a photography company, let me start a company that's going to help those companies that are doing photography to promote their stuff. You look at if that company, they're spending a lot of money on marketing, they're outsourcing maybe your Facebook, your Instagram, they spend a lot of money trying to market their brand, spend a lot of money trying to create adverts, then it means that that's where you need to exist in. That's where you need to invest in as a person. You cannot just say, oh, because of the company that you were working in, they're making a lot of money, they're profiting on all of that, then you decide you want to do same photography business. No, you don't do that. Since already you are in that industry, you're working in that company that they taking pictures for a living or for whatever reason, but they're doing photography, it means that you have to look at how are they making their money, how are they spending their money. If they spend a lot of money on marketing, then it means in order for your business to thrive, it means that you need to do what? You need to start a marketing business. The marketing business is going to help that company. Already bear this in mind, they already know you. The company that you're working in, that's why I said to you that you need to be in a business in order to start a business. So that business already that you are in, they already know you. So when tomorrow you wake up and say to them, I have a company that's focusing in marketing, but we're just starting. And I know that per year or per month, you're spending about 40,000 on just marketing. And my company, we are willing to charge you 20,000 per month for the next 6 months. This is how we're going to go about it. Already, they are going to take that risk because of already they know you. They know that you are a hard worker. They know that everything that you touch, it prospers. Why? Because they know that you are a hard worker. In their business, you've been working, and they know that you've got their business interest at heart. That they know for a fact. They know that it's not like you just want to make a quick buck and go. They know that already this guy has been working here, maybe as an assistant, and he's doing his job like squeaky clean. He's killing it. Now he's opening a company. And when he's opening a company, it's not like he's saying that I'm opening a company and I'm leaving your company. He wants to improve a specific department in that company. He saw that every month we're spending about 40K on that marketing. That way, I think a lot of us young entrepreneurs out there, that's where if we follow that, that's where now we're going to make an impact in this ecosystem. We're going to be able to exist and make money and also do it for our future generations. So a lot of us guys, the problem with us is that if you are into baking scones, which is bakery. If you are into that bakery stuff, then because of I'm your friend or I'm someone that's close to you, and I see that this guy I think is making money, and I'm not even part of your business. I don't even work for you. I just look at you because of you're my friend. I see the achievements, I see the cars that you're bringing in. I see the life that you're living through, whatever that you're doing. Then I decide, you know what, let me do my own thing. And I do the same thing that the next person they're doing. By doing so, my business, it's not going to feed the third and the fourth generation that are coming. They're not going to feed them. Why? Because of I'm just mimicking, I'm just copying your entire business model, and I'm doing it. And as I'm doing that, look at this. The problem that company A has been facing, which is marketing. Even your company, when you started it, you're going to suffer the same thing. You also are going to spend a lot of money on marketing also. And because of you were never inside that business, you're going to spend a lot. You're going to spend in marketing and on other things, on other unnecessary things. Imagine now you have to know what is an f-stop, what is an aperture, what is the shutter speed. You have to know the best camera, you have to know the diffusers, you have to know the lighting, you have to know all of those things. Now you have to invest a lot of money on that, which is unnecessary. Because already you are in a business already, or already you know someone that's working in that. Interview them, ask them, even though maybe let's say you're not into that business, interview them. Even though they are your friends, interview them, tell them, as a friend, like, I just want to know if I know some of the things maybe other people they won't want to disclose, but you can also actually go to other people and ask them, even though you're not asking your friend that has a business. You can ask someone else and just go to them and say to them, you know what, I love the way you do your business. I just have a bit of few questions that I wanna run by you. Then if they say shoot, then yeah, then the only thing that you have to do is just speak to them, talk to them, and say, you know what, how much are you making per month? Is it profitable? You know, some will say, hey, you asking what? Someone's money, they won't even tell. Yeah, but yeah, you try and figure out the value chain. Yeah, that's it. You try to figure out their value chain. Who's distributing for you? Who's doing this for you? Who's manufacturing for you? Where are you getting your products? Who designs your products? Your customers, how are you getting them? All those things. How much money are you spending on all of those things? Once they disclose that, that's where you know. Whatever atmosphere that they're in, if they're spending a lot of money on certain thing, that company, they're spending a lot of money on a specific service or product, it means that your company should be that specific product or service that they're spending a lot of money on. So you should be able to know how to take an advantage. So a lot of us, the problem with us is that we just want to copy everything. But let me give you an example, a very clean example. In the townships, a lot of guys are selling t-shirts. They branding them, bucket hats, the normal caps. They're printing them, they're stitching them, and then they're selling. So if I want to do the same, or I want to exist in this ecosystem, where should I position myself? I like what he's doing. I like how he's branding himself. I like the fact that everyone in the township, they're wearing his caps, they're wearing his t-shirts. I like that. So how can I exist in that and start to make a lot of money without losing? Okay, firstly, I know that he spent a lot of money on buying the caps. Just on the caps, just buying. Beside the stitching part, he buys them. He spent a lot, 200 rand on that, on just 6 caps. So what do? I want to exist. So I go to the same place or a different place and buy those caps and I negotiate. Instead of 200 rand, 6 cap, I negotiate with them 100 rand, 6 caps. But I'm not buying 6, I'm buying maybe 24 or 36 or even 50. Then they give you at that price. Then when you come back, then you go to that same guy, you charge him the same price, even if you want to, or you charge him less than that. Instead of 206, you said 207. Still, it's not a loss. By doing so, already you know that those guys that are printing, those guys that are doing branding, they're going to now, instead of going to that side to buy all of those caps and everything, they're going to buy them in your company. So now it's the same business, but you looked at the spendings. He's spending a lot of money on what? Then that's where you find your business. That's your next business. Now you're gonna make money. And now it's easier because of that guy. He needs you more than you need him. You get it? Now he knows that he has to buy caps at a stock price. From who? From you. Both of you now, you are existing in the same ecosystem. Now all of you are making money. Instead of you just going there and, you know what, I have a specific design, let me do my t-shirt too, let me do my caps too. That's why in the townships you get every almost 90% of the guys in the townships, they have their own clothing. 90% of gangs, let me put that, or 90% of cliques or groups, they have those things. But all of them, where do they get their caps, their t-shirts? They go to wholesalers. When they go there, they buy them. And they're not even buying them at a reasonable price, because of the more people buy them, now everyone has the same thing. Now it's like, it's just the only different is just the logo or whatever that they printed, but same time, same thing. It's not even unique anymore. But if you were to want to exist in there, or maybe you can just buy a sewing machine and learn how to sew from scratch your own caps. Then instead of you branding them and saying these are my caps, no, you manufacture them, you sell it to who? To those guys. Instead of them going to town and going all around looking for caps, they come to you, they order caps, they tell you this is how we want it, and with you it's going to be more easier, because of now they just come up with a design and say we need a cap that's going to look like this, that's going to have a snapback, that's going to have like this, that's going to have design like this. So guys, I want you to understand something. Now I'm coming to the end of this. In order for you to have or to start a business, you need to be in a business. And in order for you to have a business that's going to feed your family, that's going to feed from the third to the fourth generation, that's going to feed all of them, it's a matter of you tapping into whatever that's existing. If, for example, you are working at ShopRite, Pick n Pay, then you see that the whole store, they spend a lot of money on delivery, for example. Why not start a delivery company? By doing so, you know that already have a name there. They know you already there. That's why I think it's quite important. That's why I always encourage my friends not to do what I'm doing, but when they come into what I'm doing, which is documentary films, I always encourage them that I don't want you to be behind the camera. Do something else. There's a lot of things you can do. You can be, you can start your own art company that's going to work with my company. Whenever that we're shooting a documentary film, if we want the room that we're going to be shooting maybe an interview in, we want it to look in a certain way, you are the one who's in charge of that. You are the one who makes what I want come alive. So automatically you're going to make your money straight from the back, even though you don't have much experience, but straight from it, you're going to have money because already you have a relationship with me. Get what I'm saying? So it's easier that way. And I already know your work ethics. Especially if you are working with me hand in hand and tomorrow you decide, you know what, I want to open a lighting company. I'm going to buy lights, and those lights I'm going to rent them out to your company. So whenever you're shooting a documentary, I'm going to provide you guys with lights. Any lights that you want, I'm going to provide you guys with those lights. Do you see now? You are my friend and we work together, and then now you have an idea because of you see that I'm struggling when it comes to lights. Maybe it's because of finances, but I'm struggling in that department. Just because of you see that you need to take advantage of that, not say that I want also to shoot documentary films. I want to start my own company that shoots documentary films. That's why right now you get people in the same group of friends. One person will be a rapper. Just because of that one person now starts getting like people as attention. Now you two, you decide, you know what? Let me start my own too. You start your own rapping thing going on. Then the other one again, the other one again, the other one again. Then all of us we end up, no one is even making money. But get this. What if you see your friend who is a rapper? You sit down with your friend, like coming to your spendings. And how much are you spending on it? And what is this that you're looking with? Oh, I have music, okay, I record myself in my bed at home, but marketing is something else, or getting my stuff on radio stations, it's something else. I'm struggling with that, getting my music to have that radio quality, mixing and mastering, it's a struggle and all that. That's your business. Now, it's either you can open a studio where that guy is going to record and pay you to record, or you're going to learn how to mix and master songs. Then you know already that guy is going to pay you to do what? To mix his music, or to master it. If you want to take it a bit further, you also add marketing there. You go and register as a publishing company, then you make sure that you have that SRC something code for music, then you go to SAMRO, then you register, and then from there you kind of like try to distribute his music and negotiate with radio DJs so that they can play this guy's music. That way when he gets royalties, you get your cut, you get everything. Do you see now, all of us now as friends, we are making money instead of all of us doing the same thing. Now all of us, we can be able to exist in the same music. Remember, it's the same music industry that you are in. All of us now, we can exist. Going back to my film, documentary film, short film company that I'm currently working on. If you are my friend, you cannot want to do that. Instead, you look at the things that you know that this guy is lacking at. If it's getting the right microphones, the right boom mic to get the best quality sound, the right mixing of those voices, why not start a company that deals with sound engineering company, that you know that your sound engineering company, it's solely based on filmmaking. You are the one who's going to provide people with boom mics, quality boom mics. You're going to rent them out, and also you're going to mix their whatever that they're recording. You're going to mix it. You give them that proper high quality. Why not do that? That way all of us, we're going to exist in the same ecosystem. But now the problem with us youth, if I start something, you want to do the same thing. Instead of you, if I'm starting whatever that I'm doing, you support me, you come into eventually, you come into it, you support me, then you look at the things that you know that I'm lacking in, or the things that you know that I'm spending most of my time and my money on, then you actually do it. If I'm shooting music videos and all that, then you realize that editing is something else. I shoot everything, I direct everything, then afterwards I pay someone else to edit. Then it means that's your business. Editing. You learn how to edit music videos. Then instead of me paying the other guy, I pay you. That way, we're still in the same industry and we're still making money. And that way, we're going to make more money together. We're going to strive. Not this thing that's going around now, youth. Everyone, if I'm a singer, then you, because of you're my friend, you too, now you're a singer. If I change, I'm a rapper, you are a rapper. I'm a photographer, you change too. I'm a photographer too. I'm a videographer, you change too. I'm a videographer. Okay, I'm a soccer player. Oh, I'm a soccer player too. Now you start having an interest. Oh, I'm doing podcasting. Oh, I want to do my own broadcasting too. There lies the problem. If I'm doing podcasting and you are my friend, and you see that this guy is struggling with mixing the voices, or he doesn't have cameras to shoot the podcast. If I don't have them, let's assume I don't have them, but I know I have them. But let's just assume I don't have them. If I don't have them, then you bring that into the picture. That's your company. You start making, you start shooting podcast visually, instead of it just being voice. Then now you put visuals on top of it. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, that's just about it. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please don't forget to go to Apple Podcast